What's up, everybody? It's the Spawn Observer, and I gotta tell you about this experience that I had just last night. All right, it is a paranormal experience, I think, but I'm not sure. First of all, I discovered a new channel by Ladylockslife, and I watched the first video of her that I watched. I believe the first video I watched was her video on her first paranormal experience, and she was talking about how she and a photographer friend of hers went to take pictures and whatnot, and at a certain place, and they went to this area that she later in the video called the Devil's Palace or something like that. She said as they were walking up to the tunnel, they heard voices, and it was two different men talking to each other, and she said that she couldn't make out what they were saying, but she could clearly hear the voices. And she wound up, as she thought about it more, she realized that 10 feet away she could hear these voices, but they couldn't see anybody. And they ended up checking the place out, and there was nobody there but them. And she said she said that she never saw anybody, but she heard these voices. And I'm no stranger to hearing weird things and unexplained things. Now, like her, I am a skeptic. I believe everything can be reasonably and logically explained. But after after I watched her video and heard her experience, it sounds familiar. It sounds like something that would happen, and that is what's the word I'm looking for? It seems to be something that goes hand in hand with a paranormal experience. And I could have debunked it, but I decidedly didn't, because I've experienced things before, which I will put into another video. But here's what happened. I work at a hotel, all right? And I just happened to swing by last night, and I needed to speak to one of my fellow employees. And I was in the lobby. I was talking to the girls at the front desk, and I asked them, "Where is so-and-so?" And of course, they began to mess with me like they normally do. But I looked towards the kitchen, and I kept hearing like dishes being handled. So I knew somebody was in the kitchen. And so I looked towards the kitchen, and I looked back at her, at one of the girls, and I said, "Is he in the kitchen?" And she said, "He was up there a minute ago." And I said, okay. And so I continued to talk to them for a little while, but I keep hearing the noise of dishes rustling and being handled in the kitchen. So I said, okay, he's probably in the kitchen. I'll go speak to him real quick. I went into the kitchen. Somebody in the kitchen. All right. Now there's a back area to the kitchen. I went to the part of the kitchen where the guests come and get their food and whatnot and then leave. There's a back part of the kitchen where the workers prepare the food and where they store the food. And there is only one way out of the kitchen. Where the guests work, where the workers work and prepare the food, there is no exit back there. Where the guests receive the food, there's one exit back there, and it is impossible to not hear somebody leave through that door. Okay. So I'm still hearing the rustling of dishes. All right, I go back there. There's nobody back there. Nothing is being moved. So I figured, okay, he's in the back where the food is stored. And I look through the door and I can see where the light is coming from underneath the door where, there's always the lights on. I open the door and I walk back there and I look into the kitchen. There's nobody back there. Immediately, the rustling stopped. Immediately, the noise that I heard went away. And I was like, oh my goodness. Now, I just seen Ladylockslife video, and I thought about that, and I was like, wow, this is weird. And so I left the kitchen, I closed the door, and I went back to the front desk, and I was talking to the girls, and I said, I heard, I explained to them what I heard. And the girl, she looked at me with a serious look, and she was like, don't be telling me things like that. it was serious. I wasn't weirded out because I've experienced things like that before. Where there's noise in the background, and I'm hearing it, and I know I'm hearing it. And as soon as I take notice of it, it stops. Now, I'm gonna get more involved with this in another video that I'm going to do. But Ladylock, I don't know if you ever see this video, and they get buried in the hours and hours of video that YouTube puts every day. But I just wanted you to know that I understand. I know what's going on. To whatever degree, I'm connected to this thing. I understand. I've experienced that before. But I knew I was hearing voices. I knew I was hearing certain sounds. And when I finally pay attention to it, it's like, it stops. But I just wanted to share it with you. This is Observer. My time has run out, and I'm out.